Hello, good morning. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Now, we had a plan yesterday. Um, well, I mean, market moved up nicely. It broke the structure, which we were looking for, which was here, broke it. Okay, it didn't come back down. It continued up further. It ended up sweeping these highs. Now, that is a whole different thing to moving up there and then coming back, isn't it? Because that's then took out key areas of liquidity. And it didn't just take out key areas of liquidity, it took out 4 daily highs. So you had the high here, it swept it and collapsed. Now for me, that is that's a problem because that's a key area of liquidity that's been taken out before a pullback. We were targeting target one, target two. So we were targeting this area. It's almost fully hit target. So the reason I didn't take the trade is because of that. It almost went all the way to target. This was the trade, right? There to there. You don't want it to go that far into your plan. I normally have a rule of thumb, but it's not fixed. There's no I've not done any back testing on it. There's nothing quantifiable on it. But I normally say, well, if it's gone more than 50%, I ain't taking it. Um, so if it's gone from there to there, that'd be the mid range of the entire trade. So you want it to go break the structure, maximum there, come back. So that's a good example for this particular trade. It just went further. It went 75, 80% of the way. Again, it's to go back up, I think it's low probability at the moment. So we abandoned the trade idea. But as we always know, you make a plan, it doesn't always go to plan. That is as simple as that, really. I mean, it was a weekly open. So we're going to abandon that idea. Now we're sitting on top of resistance, but we've left a lot of liquidity below. So we've taken out one side, rejected nicely off that Monday high. Now what we have here is what do we have? Okay, so essentially we're looking for, well, you know this, we trade the same every week. Last week's high, last week's low. Okay, last week's high, last week's low. Where's the mid range? Wrong. Oh, wrong. Where's the mid range? Are we below it? We are below it. High probability we take out the lows. Okay, so I'm going to look for the short into Monday low, weekend lows, key lows here where it bounced but didn't fill. Last week's low. I mean, you've got a ton of daily lows that have just not been tagged. I've just circled them. They're all here. I'm going to look for that now, okay? And I don't know how deep we're going to go. It doesn't bother me, but I'm thinking we need to reset. I mean, look, I'm very up for it to just go bang straight into this one and clear the lot and then go back up, okay? But I want to short this now. I want to short this. It's taking out liquidity at the highs. It's taking out liquidity at the highs, and it's rejected nicely. It's different. It's different to yesterday. We got the bounce, but it fully retraced. That was not what we were looking at when we started streaming yesterday. Just for those who, because there was a few people in there that are just unable to change their bias, and they mention it to me often that it's their problem. So I'm just explaining it to you so you understand that you have no choice whether you change your bias or not. The market decides that for you. Now we have to flip. I'm not looking for much. We're not looking for 35k. We're just looking for a down move. Right? That's it. I don't like this price action at all. The way it dropped, and also I posted in my I posted in the BTC channel. Uh, quite a few people that are taking the same position. I posted a few links. I know it's difficult to judge that, but they're all taking exactly the same position. They're all commenting. All the comments in their particular post were, I'm taking the same, I'm taking the same. I've very rarely seen that be a thing. Even on my own posts. If too many people say to me, yeah, I'm taking this as well, or yeah, I'm already in, or yeah, we're on the same trade, I'm like, fuck. Need to get out, need to get out, need to get out, need to get out. It's never a good thing. Uh, it's really not a joke when people say 95% of traders lose money, because it's a very real thing. So if you're on the side of, more than one person who agrees with you, one or two, you're probably in a good place. More than that, you probably need to check. So I'm looking for some downside. How are we going to get in? Probably with a nice and easy H3. Ooh, is it going to go back up? Is it going to go back up? We're going to fucking try, aren't we? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for the H5. I like that one a lot. I'm going to bring... I'm going to remove Monday high for the moment, okay? And I'm going to add... This is just a level because the setup is more important than the Monday high for me, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. We're going to make that thinner. And we're going to remove them, remove that, remove that there because it's the gap fill. Take 3, H2. No, I think it's H5, isn't it? It's H5. Now, this could be the trap, right? We could be lucky. We could get lucky, and what could happen is we could fill all the way back down to the gap, which is here. Okay? Now, I'm going to go for the H5 swing trade. I like the setup. I'm going to bring it up on. It's as good as we're going to get is there. I doubt there's any edge, but excuse me. There's a little bit. Good enough for me. I've been sick for I've been sick for bloody like over a week now. The pollution has been the worst in the world. The AQI, the air quality index. A couple of days ago, we were higher than Delhi. That's why I sound like shit. So excuse me for a few days. Higher than Delhi. Ugh, God, you can almost taste it in your mouth sometimes. So I apologise for being a coughing, spluttering mess, but I don't want to not stream because it's important area of price action. But there is edge there. Look, we've got edge there. Swept the highs, dropped lower. Now, what do we have here? We do have more longs than shorts. Okay, so we have a couple of confluences, which is what we like. If they're against us, we'll focus on the price action anyway. But if they're in favour of us, it just gives us a little bit more confidence in the position. That's all. If our trade idea is to short, and then the confluence is there with us, there's not really many more arguments to not take the trade, right? That is, there's not a huge amount, but there is more longs than shorts. 253 to 201. Okay, so I'm going to take the position using the high-low strategy, which is the last final candle, the high to the low. We don't have the break in the market structure, but because it's H5, I don't need it. I'm looking for the fill there. Okay, so I can drop this now. And the targets, because it's a short, I'm not going to have a target. I'm gonna have a. I mean, I want it to come all the way back. A full target is going to be down at the gap fill. Okay, down somewhere down there. PSR before the market broke out. Now, I don't necessarily think it's going to go there, but I'm going to label that anyway, just so we've got something to aim at, but I won't be setting any partials or any full TPs there for the time being. I'll manage the trade as we're moving, which is quite often what we like to do. Now, the nice thing is if it fills and it drops and then pulls back, I'll be able to get out knowing that there's a potential of a bounce. Okay, so I'm going to look for the short. Well, I say I'm going to look for it. I'm going to set the order, and it's going to be the trade for today. Okay, I'm going to pull that down to the gap fill. We'll leave it there, but managing it as we move. Okay. Questions? Otherwise, thanks for joining. Bye bye.